Today we're going to take a break from the norm. We're here on my home waters, Lake of the Ozarks, and we're going to be fishing below Bagnell Dam. This is the tailwaters of Lake of the Ozarks, and there's a lot of real good fish in the river. We're going to be covering a lot of water this morning. We're going to be throwing the Revelation swim jig and the Big Money color pattern. They're eating it pretty good, and we're also going to be throwing a new prototype buzzbait that we've been working on. Once the morning bite dies down, we're going to pick up a jig and go flip some cover and hopefully put a pretty good pattern together, a jig pattern, and maybe teach you a little bit on what to look for when fishing a river system, current breaks, little channel swings and whatnot. Pretty much the same principles apply to fishing the lakes and reservoirs. It's a little more apparent while fishing a river. It's pretty easy, and once you learn what to look for, you can pretty much hop on down the river. It's the same thing up on the big lake, and you can establish a pattern and catch multiple fish doing the same thing throughout the day. So let's go ahead, hop in the boat, and see what we can't put together for you. Oh yeah. Oh, good fish. Man, they're in the current. Oh, he's tugging. Come on, boy. Oh, largemouth. Look at the shad. Yep. He's puked up shad all over the place. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Don't jump. Oh, wow. He's got a big old shad in his gullet, too. I don't know if you can see this or not. He's got a great big, ooh, good fish just busted there. Big old shad down there. Look at his belly. They're in here feeding up, just like these birds. Good fish. They're eating the jig. These fish, I'm in 6 foot right here, and right up here, there's like a little trough, and it drops down. It goes from 4 foot to 6 foot, and it drops off to 11 foot, and it's like a little ditch that runs all the way through here, and the bait fish are ganged up in that little trough, and you can see the birds here. They were all down here feeding where we're fishing at, where we're catching these fish. We kind of spooked them off a little bit, but one of those things, it's real subtle, and we've got another area back down here. It's the same thing. It drops off into 14 foot, and we caught several fish out of it. We're just giving it a little bit of break, and then we'll run down and hit it again. But these little places like this, these are areas where you can load the boat real quick, and they don't get hit as hard as some of the more obvious stuff like the point down here or the point there. Those are great places, and they will hold fish, but those fish see a lot of baits. I can almost go to the, we're throwing the 5/8 Pro Mega jig in the Chovy color. There's a lot of shad, and we're seeing a lot of bluegill too. But we're throwing the Chovy 5/8 ounce Pro Mega jig. Oh, I just missed one. And just dragging it. They won't hit it if you hop it. We tried stroking, we tried just about everything, and the best presentation today so far has been just dragging like you're dragging a Carolina rig. I almost need to step up between the wind and the current. I almost need to go up to the 7/8, and I think I will after this cast here. That Chovy is a dynamite color. This water's got kind of a green hue to it. I like to use the greens. The Chovy, the green-orange, we caught them on earlier as well. And then this is my all-time favorite. This is the Ozark Special, which is a brown living rubber with green tinsel in it. And got a big trailer that moves a lot of water and has a lot of action. This is not sure what this is the Pocket Chunk Senior. There, I just hit the cut right there. We're in 11 foot of water. It went from 6 foot to 11 foot, and there's kind of a little trough that comes through here. Kind of has a little S turn in it. And you can tell right when you're going to get bit a lot of times because there's a little bit bigger rock. It gets real chunky and the head of the jig will almost get hung up for a second. And then you pop it over, and the minute you pop it over that rock, that fish, they're there and they're not thumping it real hard. Just kind of feel a little bit of weight and set the hook. Oh, man, he had it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to swing him. Oh. Man, he's all beat up. He's got a little crawfish pinchers hanging out of his gullet there. Nice fat little largemouth. That's a good keeper here in the tournament. They're stacked. This is such a subtle little area, and I guarantee you there's a lot of guys that'll just go right through here. It looks a little bit different up there. You can see kind of a little bit of a break where it almost forms 2 points, but it's what's underneath the water that's holding these fish. I mean, there's bait fish here, and not only is the bait here, but it makes like a little S turn, and these fish are right on those S bends. I mean, we marked it with the side imaging unit, and this is our second trip up to this little area this morning, and each time we've caught multiple fish here. They're just loaded, and there's a lot of bait fish right there on those breaks and on those little S bends. It almost looks like a little, well, it looks like an S. And right on the lip of both bends, there's a little bit of chunky rock, and there's bait fish all over the place. Type of stuff you want to look for, whether you're fishing in a river or a lake, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all the same principles apply. So nice little largemouth. Come back here, young man. Right in the, ouch, roof of the mouth. There it is, loaded here. Just about every cast. He's a little keeper. They just started pulling current. You can see around the bridge pilings right here. Fish should really start to turn on. The current just started, so these fish, it's like a dinner bell to them. They're used to feeding in current.
Oh my goodness. Is that a Kentucky?
They're so strong. No, it was a largemouth.
Oh my goodness.
This is so textbook right here. Let's get him in here. Oh, what a chunk. They are starting, oh, they are so mean. Starting to feed. He's been caught before. That is a chunk. We're throwing the 7/8 Pro Mega jig. And you've got to have every bit of that weight to get that bait down in this current. If you see the current, they just started generating, and the current is ripping. You can see we're floating down current, and if you look at the bubbles on top of the water, the foam, it's actually traveling back up current. That's exactly what you want. It's a little, oh, there he is, his guaranteed fish. He called it. Puts him in the boat, a little largemouth. It's the man right there calling his shots.
Have to get a new trail. KY.
Is it a big old Kentucky?
Yeah, big old KY.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the size of that thing. Oh, that's a big old KY.